So, I don't know how I'm going to stitch this together. However, it has something to do with if something is not meant for you, it will go away. Does that make sense? Like, I know we have a tendency to set ourselves up for disappointment because we're always wanting something that just seems to be a little out of reach. Do you know why it's out of reach or why it just doesn't happen? Because it's not meant for you. Simple as that. So, for instance, I know like INFJs, we're always looking for connections and we get really disappointed when stuff falls apart. But there's so many angles to look at it from. It could be cyclical, so people come into your life for a reason, season, or a lifetime, and then once the reason, season, and lesson is learned, goodbye. I think we try to hold on to things, and so that causes a lot of strain and pain and discord and disease. Another thing is, we have all these expectations of how, because we get caught up in possibilities and we see how things could play out, but most of the time it doesn't play out that way, and then we get really disappointed. It's probably because that thing was not meant to be. Do you get it? And that's actually a blessing. If you look at it from a different angle than you've probably been looking at it from, instead of like mourning over the loss of something, you should just see it as it is. Like a season has passed, or maybe something just didn't last or didn't work out because it was not in the best interest of your soul. Get it? It's all about soul alignment. If something is not in alignment with your soul, it's probably not gonna happen or not gonna last. And why would you want to hold on to something like that anyway if it's meant to pass? You know what I mean? It's about soul alignment. You know what I mean? And because we are rare and because we are wired differently, there's a lot of things in the external world that is not in alignment with our soul. So that's probably why things don't really work out or things fall apart prematurely. Is it premature, or was it just not in alignment with who you are, where you're at, and where you're heading? You know what I mean? You just got to see it that way. Like, yeah, you can and I've done this a lot and I've done it before. You can be like, why isn't it working out? I'm so sad. Or why am I always all alone? It's because we are vibrating at a pretty high frequency. And I think our primary goal is to seek the truth. You know what I mean? At its deepest core. And when you go to those kind of depths and your soul is seeking something so divine, it's not going to settle for anything less than, right? So a lot of the things in the material realm don't last and don't and start deteriorating or don't align. Do you get it? It's all about soul alignment. What's good for your soul? What resonates with your soul? And if it's not resonating, then it's not gonna last. Simple as that. And I think that's why, like for me, my whole life, I've been looking for a remedy for suffering. And I've noticed that a lot of, one, I have high expectations and I have high standards, and not many people can meet that, and that's fine. I don't expect them to anymore. And I've become more at peace and at ease with myself and the process, and knowing that the things that are meant for me will find their way to me effortlessly. And it's not about forcing, it's not about trying to control, it's not about me trying to make it happen. It just happens. It's called effortless effort. So, you know what I mean? So, like now, it's just kind of like, just kind of like free flow through life. And if things are meant to fall into place, cool. If things are meant to fall out of place, cool. If things are meant to align with me and my soul and what's best for it, cool. And if there isn't anything around me that is in alignment with that, then that's cool too. You see how like everything is okay? It's just okay. I think it's your mind, your mental chatter that makes things seem disastrous and chaotic. It's really not. You just kind of gotta step back. I've made videos on this monkey mind. Just gotta step back and pet your monkey and just go, it's okay. You know, either way, it's okay. And that's the hardest thing, you know, because we've been so conditioned to just become so dependent on our mental atmosphere, you know, instead of our soul atmosphere. And so, you know, a lot of people remain stuck here. And then, you know, it's just kind of like generating emotions. And then you're just kind of like doing this like mental emotional loop instead of just kind of like stopping, looking at it, thinking about it, and saying, hey, man, my mind is causing a lot of chaos and discord and dis-ease. And I'm just going to like tell my mind to take a back seat. I'm going to be the driver. And it's cool, you know? Anyway, soul alignment. Soul alignment. And going with the flow, allowing the flow instead of trying to regulate it. You know what I mean? Anyhow, you have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching and blessings to one and all. Amen.